All right. Hello, guys. So we are now on the third episode of the podcast. And to be honest, I'm excited because the thing is, I did have new subscribers and followers going across all my platforms. And it's a nice experience when people are able to connect to what I'm trying to just share in the podcast. Okay, so for today's podcast, we are simply talking about reflection. As you can see, I'm just looking in the mirror, just being me. And the reason why I wanted to focus on the podcast is because I went to a church yesterday, a Christian church, not a Catholic church one. And I had reflected and learned a lot of stuff yesterday. Yesterday was more of having the Lord Christ as a reflection. I'm not a religious person. I'm more of a spiritual person. But sometimes when you're trying to learn new ways of things and relearn, the teaching in your background, of course, going to the roots as well as a Catholic, it's nice thing to ponder on some teachings that I learned throughout the kid. And of course, as an adult, have a reflection and pause to ponder about it. So the lesson yesterday that I learned is having a reflection, knowing our identity of who you are. And the thing is, in order for us to have a path, as per the teaching yesterday, is knowing that there is a higher power, guiding us. That sometimes we don't have to control every destiny that we have on our own. That it's nice to have help. It's nice to surrender to the grace of the universe. Not saying that we don't have a free will for that. It's more of like a guidance. I think what the pastor is telling me yesterday in terms of the teaching is there is a light way forward for everything. Like sometimes we are so focused on living our life in the physical world and achieving our dreams and stuff that there is going to be always a higher power that will determine on how we will be, rocking our life or, destiny in our life. And the truth is, most of the time, in relation to the previous podcast about progress, is we don't really control it. Sometimes we are just there to witness, we are just there to see it, and we have to let fate or our own destiny to fulfill it. Of course, with a higher power that's always guiding us. Sometimes we don't have any control of it. Yes, I agree. We do have the ability to manipulate it, to shape it on our own, but sometimes it doesn't really reflect on how we are going or supposed to be. Because at the end of the day, there will always be somebody who would probably try to, curse us or try to think of bad for us. And those higher powers are there to prevent all those things because everything is in a constant motion. So regardless of how we drive ourselves to do better or to achieve our dreams, sometimes because we don't have that guidance or we lose that identity at times, pretty much we are still on a driving path. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff, to be honest, yesterday, because more than that, I realized and discovered again an identity of me, which is being spiritual and having that reflection again, seeing that, seeing this type of me again is a nice thing because at the end of the day, like what I said, we are so focused, especially in Dubai where everything is a fast motion. We are so focused on our drive, our dreams, our goals that sometimes all we have to do is just step back and allow things to push through. And we have to allow ourselves to rest. We have to allow ourselves to reflect and allow ourselves to just be human. Because at the end of the day, sometimes, even if we all have the will, the power in the world, and of course, the knowledge, it's always going to be a higher power that would dictate on how we will supposed to be. So what we can do is sometimes we have to, leave it all the rest and just try to see of what we can control and what we cannot. Because the thing is, the way forward is we'll always have something to talk about, for ourselves and of course for the future. So yeah, I'm not sure if that makes sense, but that's my reflection for today. That's something that I learned. All right. Follow us for more, guys. Thank you.